This is everything Apple announced at their latest media event with the exception of you-know-what. Here we have the brand new iPhone 8 Plus 256 gig model, Apple TV 4K, the Apple Watch Series 3. Now the interesting thing about these things is that aside from the brand new iPhone, not much is different in any of these products. So do we bother doing an unboxing? Why not? Start with the Apple Watch, shall we? Apple Watch Series 3. This is the GPS only edition. They had plenty of stock, by the way, on launch day, which is something interesting for an Apple event. A lot of people waiting. Apple Watch Series 3. The only difference other than the processor in this watch is that it's slightly thicker on the back side. So you've got your traditional sports band, you've got your space gray aluminum. There's your Apple Watch. Apple Watch Series 3. Doesn't look that much different. Next, we've got the Apple TV 4K. Brand new processor on this device, brand new video formats. A lot of early reports are saying that, yes, it looks pretty and it's great, but there are some limitations. In the box, we're going to see, obviously, the Apple TV itself. Right there with the brand new redesigned remote. The only thing really redesigned on this remote is the actual white bar around the menu button on this Siri remote. And it's got this beveled kind of design on the remote where you can actually feel the buttons a little bit better on all of them, quite honestly. And some of them have different feelings and different concavement. For example, the Siri button has a little dip in the middle, whereas the menu button has this kind of outline going on, which is kind of cool. The Apple TV 4K itself, identical in shape and form to the Apple TV 3rd generation. Take that black rim off the side, you'll notice that the only thing here that's different is you're missing a USB-C port on the back of this. So if you want to get into this device, we're going to have to use the brand new gigabit Ethernet port. So you're supporting faster network speeds on the gigabit Ethernet port, but you lose that USB-C connector, which isn't bad at all. A little bit heavier than its predecessor, I must say, but this is not one of those things that you carry around with you. So I'm anxious to get this plugged in and see what the whole menu structure looks like and see some actual 4K content, which is pretty cool. Inside the box, if you've never opened an Apple TV before, you've got your power adapter, which is right there, nice black matte power adapter that goes with the Apple TV 4K. And you've got all your documentation on the bottom, plus you've got a lightning cable that lets you power and, that lets you charge your Apple TV remote. And now, of course, what you really wanted to see. iPhone 8. This is the new gold color. They're not calling this rose gold, it's just called gold. This is a 256 gig model, and this has all the same features, the brand new processor as the iPhone 10, but it's the same form factor as the iPhone 7 Plus. In the box itself, before we get to the phone, you've got your standard earpods with the Lightning to 3.5 millimeter cable on the back, power adapter right there, and you've got your lightning cable right there as well. The phone itself, noticeably heavier, but this new gold finish is actually quite beautiful. It's not a rose gold, it's more like a copper gold, very similar to the existing iPhone 7. The difference is this glass back. Now the thing you'll notice about the glass back is that no more slippery surface like the side aluminum edges. So that means it's going to be a lot easier to keep in your hand, especially when you're trying to do things like type and navigate or watch movies with one hand. Nice feeling overall. Cool, you don't get that feeling like it's actually glass. You still got that raised camera bump there. I don't understand why they have that raised camera bump there anymore. You'd think with battery technology shrinking, we've got those improved cameras on this iPhone 8 Plus. You've got the improved front-facing camera as well. You've got the glass back, which supports wireless charging, so we're going to get hands-on with that stuff as well. Nice design. I mean, not much different other than a noticeably heavier. It is definitely a heavier phone, so we're going to put that through its paces. The one other thing I noticed here is that there's nothing else on the back. No other etching on the back other than just iPhone. No serial number, no size, because they've moved all that into the manual and into the actual phone software itself. So there you have the brand new iPhone 8 Plus. You've got the Apple TV 4K and the Apple Watch Series 3, all of which were released and available today at the Apple Store, and plenty of stock around, depending on what you're looking for. The only thing they didn't have in my Apple Store was the LTE, the cellular version of the Apple Watch Series 3, but they expect to get more tomorrow. So, and everybody is waiting for the iPhone 10, which will be available for pre-order come the end of October, and available on November the 3rd. I believe that's the date, November the 3rd. Don't quote me on that. I tend to get those things wrong.